I just got off the phone buttoning up the last of my plans for my trip to Greece in 2 weeks. And planning that trip got me thinking that I need to share quite a few things with you that you might need to know before you begin planning your trip to Athens and beyond. There were some things that surprised me, and honestly, I would like to share those along with some travel tips and information that could really help you with your adventure. If you're planning a trip to Greece, thinking about planning a trip to Greece, or just curious to see what it's really like, you're in the right place. Welcome to Beyond the Empty Nest. My name is Kathy Brooks. I am a Greek American exploring as much of Greece as absolutely possible. All right, welcome back. And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Kathy Brooks. I am a Greek American who is, totally obsessed, us my friends, with her heritage and maybe just a little bit with Greek food, maybe a lot of it. I want to walk you through everything that I've learned from my trips to Greece over the last 5 years, especially getting to Athens. We're talking flights, what to do when you land, and some of those unexpected cultural bits that really make Greece, Greece. So I am a Greek American, like I said, and I recently obtained my dual citizenship. It was retroactive to my birth, which was a long time ago. So with that, I can go stay in Greece as long as I want, actually anywhere in the European Union. Now, I grew up in a Greek American family. I'm a first-generation American on my dad's side. He was born and raised in a little town on the mainland of Greece called Naupaktos. It's a fishing village. And my mom's side, they're from Sparta on the Peloponnese side of Greece. So with that, you can see how I am so invested in exploring Greece, and for my children to explore, and to help all of you explore such a beautiful country. Now, I'm going to make a longer video on how to get to Greece, but I want you to know that I have found some really great tips for getting to Greece and for upgrading to first class with just points that are easy to earn. I will make a whole other video on that because it's going to take longer than we want to invest in this video. But I'm telling you, I can help you learn how to fly first class to Greece on very little points. Less points than sometimes it would cost you to fly in the back. All of that, I will do a deeper dive later on that. So stick around and subscribe because I have some tips for you. We'll also learn in this video about how to budget for your trip to Greece, how much it can cost you, high end and low end, credit cards, paying with cards versus cash. There will be more details about that in this video. So when you first arrive in Athens, you will land at Athens Airport, and it's big. There's quite a little bit of a taxi as you land. You come in, and even with the jumbo jets, they park out on the tarmac and you use the stairs to deplane. Every time I've been there, that's what we've done. We do not pull up to a jetway. So what you're going to do is go down the stairs. I'm sure they will help you if you're not able-bodied to do it. There are ways to get people down in their wheelchair type chairs that can go down the stairs. But when you land in Athens, you are going to be out on the tarmac in your huge jumbo jet because you just flew 10 hours or more from the United States. And they will take you onto a shuttle bus that will take you over the terminal. When you arrive in the terminal, you will follow everybody and go through customs. I've never had a very long wait at customs in Greece, thankfully. There's a side of customs for if you have an EU passport and a side if you're coming from outside of the EU. And you take it up there and you say, Kalimera, because it's morning. Good morning, Kalimera. Here's my passport. Or whatever time you land. Kalispera, if it's in the afternoon or evening. So after you do that, you will have your luggage already and you will go out to find your taxi, your ride, your driver, your car, whatever. Or if you are not going to stay in Athens at the beginning of your trip, which is what I recommend. I recommend you do not stay in Athens at the beginning of your trip. And I have my reasons for that. You will then go back through security and find your flight to your island that you are going to, or you will leave and go to the ferry. We have landed in Athens, and now we have to go to Santorini. It's hot here, really hot. I feel like a sweaty mess already. I need a hat.
What's the
Aegean.
Upstairs.
upstairs?
You want the check-ins or the...
Wait.
You want to drop the baggage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so 102, 126.
126?
Yes.
Thank you.
Let me...
Because then we leave it, so when our flight's going to go, they...
Now, my perfect suggestion for this is that you book a flight that's about 2 to 3 plus hours from when your plane was supposed to land from the US or wherever you're coming from, and go find a place to sit in the Athens airport. You can walk around. It's actually quite lovely. There's shops, there's food, and just chill for a little bit.
Let's video you.
You can video me. I look like crap, but
Yeah, what do I look like?
you
Yeah,
look
we made
beautiful.
it. Got some kind of
Cheers.
good
See these knuckleheads are drinking Greek beer already in the airport. They couldn't wait. We've been in airports for the last 24 hours, literally. Have a Greek beer, an ouzo, some wine, coffee, whatever you need until it's time to board an Aegean flight or whoever you're taking to the next place that you're going, or whoever you're taking to the next place you're going, the island hopping on a plane. 31. Now, where are we?
We are in Athens on the plane going to Saganaki. It's been a long day.
It's like 2 days.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's September 2nd at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So
All right. So for my recommendation, for the reason that I say go straight onto the islands, you're wasting a whole day if you decide you have to stay in Athens for one night, then go over to the islands and then come back to Athens. Or the opposite, say you're going to stay in Athens at the start of your trip, you will take your taxi, go wherever, get your car, take your taxi, and go to the hotel that you're staying in. And then you stay there for 2, 3, 4 nights. And then you got to go back to the Athens airport, fly out, or go to the ferry in Piraeus and take the ferry. But if you think about this, at the end, you got to come back to Athens to go home. So then you're going to have a single night in Athens that way. So instead of having these couple of single nights, just bite the bullet. Just bite the bullet. Get on a plane. You're happy. Your adrenaline's flowing. You're going on vacation. You're not that jet lagged at the beginning because you are so pumped up. So hit the pavement running. Go catch a flight. Fly to Santorini or to Naxos or to Paros or to wherever you decide to go at the beginning of your trip, and start your vacation from day one, literally day one. There's also a time in Greece where they still frequently, many of the islands, many of the villages, take their siesta. I don't know what the word for siesta is in Greek. I have to look that up. But they take a siesta. Many of the hotels, many of the restaurants, many of the shops will shut down from 2 to 5 or 6 p.m. and they go rest. The Greeks got it right. I swear to you, I'm a registered nurse, and my day does not have a siesta ever. And when I'm over there, I'm like, this is so smart. Can't we all just do this? Just a rest in the middle of the day? How amazing is that? And most of the hotels, Airbnbs, apartments have super dark shutters. Like you push the button there, they come down, close, the whole place goes dark, and you can actually take a rest or a nap. We got it wrong over here, folks. In the U.S., we're working too hard. We are not resting our bodies. We are working ourselves to the bone. Once we get to retirement, we're just going to want to lay on the couch because we never had our naps like the Greeks do during the day, their entire lives. I'm telling you, they do that. So plan for that. Don't plan, you might be walking around and go, why is this closed? Why is that closed? Why is this restaurant closed? It's only 2 o'clock because they're going to open later. And the Greek culture, these people are late nighters. I always wondered why I was a late night person. I think it's in my genes because I am a night owl. My friends will be like, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. I'm like, you're not from Greece, are you? You're not a Greek, because as Greeks, we start at night. Literally, peak dinner hour at the restaurants in Greece are like 9, 10 o'clock. If you're eating dinner at 5 p.m., you're clearly an American. Or I think they have that perception that we are Americans if we're eating that early. Their dinner hour is not 5 o'clock. But if you want to get a table, 5 o'clock might be the time to go. Because it is 10:25 at night. Everybody is in the restaurants eating dinner still. And I'm ready for bed, even though I'm on the wrong time zone, but still, it's unbelievable. Look. And here's all the people shopping and drinking and eating. I've never eaten so much food in my life, even though I was raised in a Greek family. This is like all you do here. You eat, you shop, you eat, you shop, you eat, you eat. And the Greeks do not rush you from your table. They actually consider it to be insulting you, to bring you your tab, to try to get you to leave. In Greece, dinner is an experience. It's part of the culture and the family, and you sit and you talk and you eat for hours. That is the Greek culture. So you have to ask for your check most of the time. And when you do that, they still may bring you a dessert, a drink. Happens all the time when we're in Greece. We're like, we're ready to go. Can we have our check? Okay, hold on. Here's some more food. Here's some drinks. Oh, okay. Because we're not quite ready. So plan for that. And it has happened pretty much almost every time I've eaten at a decent Greek taverna in Greece. So just plan for that. Take care.
So you sip it or you shop it? You sip it.
Or a shoot.
Shoot it?
No shooting.
No, sip
Sip it.
Not like a shot once.
Not a shot.
Yeah. Sip slowly.
Okay. Thank you.
Ready, stop. On the smaller one.
I don't care.
That's better, right? Yeah. Much. Yeah.
How much smaller are they? A quarter of an inch.
Get your drink.
1, 2, 3. Yamas.
Yamas. Yamas.
It's actually quite good.
When you're in Athens, there are some extremely important major sites to see. The Acropolis, where the Parthenon sits above. We stay in an Airbnb right across, and our view from our little balcony is the Acropolis all lit up at night. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's just amazing to be there. My heart is so happy when I'm in Greece. I am so relaxed. I feel like I'm home. Like this is how life is supposed to be. Plaka is the best place to stay in Athens. It's very walkable. There's tons of shops and tavernas and music and street music playing, and the Acropolis is right there. The Acropolis Museum is there, and it is a fabulous place to stay. That part of Athens is very clean, very comfortable, very safe. Now, as far as safety goes, in any big city and on the metro, the trains in Europe, there is a pickpocket problem. So just watch your belongings. Keep your belongings close to you. Don't wear a backpack where somebody could zip it, pull something out. They're very good. They're very quick. They're very tricky, the pickpocketers. Now, and they're not necessarily the Greeks that are doing this. These are people that come there to prey on the tourists. So just be very careful with your belongings. Keep them close to you. Use a safety purse. I have a link below for one that I have bought. I've bought 2 different ones I really like. They're crossbody. They're slash proof. They have little locks on them. And I'll link that below for you to see. Now, one place that I went to the last time I was in Athens that I'd never been to before is Lake Vouliagmeni. Lake Vouliagmeni is a natural wonder, in my opinion. I just put a little short up about it recently, and I have other videos about it, but it is a spa type feeling. It's a natural lake. It's Vouliagmeni means sunken. So what this lake is, when you look at it from Google Earth or above, it looks like a big hole. And then right across the road is the sea. So it is said to be a sunken lake that just sunk in. The top of the cave type place opened up, the cliff, and it's in these cliffs, and it's gorgeous. It has natural healing properties, and it has these gara fish, which are crazy. They nibble your toes, like the spa fish that you see. They nibble the dense skin off your toes, and they tickle so much. But here's a little clip for that. Chatty's being eaten by fishies. Oh, there you go. I got you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun there. They have lounge chairs. It's 17 euros to get in. They have some cabana chairs, which you can reserve. They have a day spa. They have showers. They have lockers. They have everything. And it's worth seeing. It has natural healing properties and a lot of mythology that goes along with it. It is said to be as deep as 40 meters. And it also has hidden caves underneath. And there's also mythological stories about people going down there and being kept down there from the underwater sea mermaids or something like that. I'll have to look that up better. But yeah. Now, when you are in Athens or anywhere in Greece, you have to try the food. Some of my favorites. Let me just go over my favorites. I love Saganaki. Saganaki is a fried cheese. You have to eat it when it's hot. If you've ever been to a Greek restaurant in the U.S., they will put it on fire. Well, in Greece, I asked them one time, I said, the U.S., they put that on fire. And he says, this is very dangerous. This is not safe to put fire. So I'm like, okay, I won't put it on fire, but it tastes just as good. It's just for show in the U.S., I guess. But it's very good. Saganaki is very good. It's an appetizer. I love Taramasalata, which is a caviar spread dip. You can put pita bread or French bread or something like that with it. French bread in Greece. But yeah. Taramasalata, which I order everywhere. It's fish roast salad. I dip it in pita bread. This is a grilled Saganaki cheese.
I recommend the fried Saganaki cheese instead.
You like the fried better?
Fried Saganaki is better. It's not fried like deep with crispy batter or anything. It just has a little bit of a
melty
crunchiness about it.
Yeah. And a Greek salad always. And how about some? And then I love spanakopita, which is a cheese pie with spinach, but I prefer taropita, which is this cheese pie without the spinach. The same thing with phyllo dough. That's the kind of stuff that you would eat for breakfast in Greece. They don't make you scrambled eggs. Well, you could probably. Some restaurants have that because that is kind of like U.S. touristy thing, culture. But I will always, and coffee. You must have coffee, Greek coffee. Do not ask for creamer in your Greek coffee. My friend Joan got told, no, creamer? Like the mom on the, or grandma on the Big Fat Greek Wedding. You want creamer in your coffee? Like she says, I mean, they're very passionate people about the way they do things, and it's insulting. Do not ask for creamer in your Greek. You can have an American coffee with creamer in that. We are not giving you a Greek coffee with creamer, but it's very good, and it's part of the culture. Your morning coffee, your morning pastry, yummy, really good. Also, I recommend when you are in Athens or any of the other towns, there's usually a main road, right, that goes through. Go around the corner, go down some of the other streets and eat food at some of the other restaurants. You might get some extremely authentic Greek food for less price and might even taste a little better because it's not become commercialized. Some mom and pop restaurant. Go to my yaya's restaurant. Go to my papu's restaurant, my tia. They're older. I mean, I'm old, so obviously they don't still have their restaurants. But yes, please do go. That you will enjoy those restaurants off the beaten path a little bit. There's so many hidden gems out there. People ask, do you tip in Greece? That's a big question. Do you tip in Greece? When I went there the very first time, which was pretty long ago now, I was told tipping isn't something that's done over there, but they know Americans tip. So they sort of know that they want to give you good service because you, as an American, it's your culture to tip, and usually we do. So as an American, they do know you tip, but you don't have to do like the whole 20% or I'm insulted. What I do is I use my cash for tips. I'll put the restaurant bill on my card and I will leave some euros on the table for the tip in cash. It's for good service. Now, I have had them, my last trip in July of 2024, they came over with one of the pad things to sign, like the, here, sign. It actually said, would you like to add a tip, right on their pad to sign with the card swipe. So it's changed a little bit now, and it almost seems that sometimes like it's more expected than it was. Did try to tip a driver that picked me up from one of the ports one time to take me to the hotel, and he absolutely refused. And this was a very authentic Greek island, Kofinicia, and it wasn't commercialized. It is very small. It is amazing. If you ever get a chance and you want to really go to an authentic Greek island, Kofinicia is the one. It's from the smaller Cyclades. It's not far from Naxos, and it was incredible. It's very seasonal, but it was incredible. So that driver, he was like, no. And they don't have, on Kofinicia, there's no beaches with the cabana beds and stuff. They want to keep it extremely authentic, which is good. I think that's amazing. You get a little bit of the touristy stuff over here, and you get some authentic Greek culture and island life over here. So my advice on that, after rambling, is pay tips in cash and pay your bills with cards. There is a law in Greece that they have to accept cards. Remember, was it maybe 2008? What year was it when Greece basically went bottom up, bankrupt? Well, a lot of it was because the shop owners, the restaurateurs, the drivers wouldn't accept credit cards. And they weren't paying their taxes, because if you take cash, who knows how much you collected, right? So that was a problem because people weren't paying their taxes in Greece. So Greece came up with a law that everyone has to accept cards. If you want to pay in cash, you can, but they have to accept cards. So I personally use my card. And also, when they asked what currency to charge in, always charge in local currency. So charge in euros, not in US dollars when you buy something in Greece on your card. Euros. Always in current currency of where you're at. That's important. So cash for tips, cash. Sometimes you can bargain things a little bit for cash when you're shopping, and cards for restaurants, and most things I do use my credit card for. The ATMs, you always want to use the ATMs that are attached to an actual bank, not those standalone ATMs. And I have another video on that I can link here, but do not use the standalone ATMs. The exchange rate is really high. The fees are really high. It's ridiculous.
Okay, we're in Knoxtown. Now this is where you want to get your money out of ATM and not in any place. You want to go to an actual bank, not those freestanding banks. This is Knoxos, Cora town, and they have an ATM machine right here that will not rip you off.
I just ordered my euros from my bank here in the US for my trip in 2 weeks, and I got 600 euros to take with me for cash right now. You can take as much or as little as you want. If you think you're going to be spending a lot in cash, then yes. But for me, it's mostly for my tips. So if you want to have just a handful of euros while you're there and you run out, you can use an ATM, but please use a bank ATM, not an ATM, not one of those standalone ATMs. They will charge you a lot of money, and the exchange rate and everything is ridiculous. They are a rip-off. Getting to the islands. You have 2 ways to get to the islands. You can hop a flight or you can hop a ferry. I have a link below for Ferry Hopper that you can book your ferry. Book ahead. Don't wait till the last minute. Always book ahead. No, okay, we're going to be leaving Santorini on this day, so let's book the ferry now to go to Knoxos. Just book those all ahead, okay? And you can do them through the Ferry Hopper link below. Between islands, odds are you aren't going to be able to fly. So if you're going to fly, it's going to probably be from Athens to your first island, and from your last island back to Athens. But in between islands, you're going to need to use the ferry. And Ferry Hopper below is the best way for you to go ahead and book and see, because it is almost like a travel agent type site for booking ferries. And it has all of the different ferries, the times, the prices, and tells you on there. So, for example, what we've done twice on our trip is we've landed in Athens, went through customs, got back in there, went through security, and went to Santorini by plane on Aegean. And then from Santorini, we went by ferry to the next island. One time it was Milos, the next time we did it was Naxos. And then when we went to another island from Naxos, we used the ferry. And on the way home, we made sure our last island was an island with an airport, and we flew Aegean or Olympic back from the last island to Athens. And then that's when we stay in Athens at the end of the trip, when we come back, because you're already there. So you're not wasting any days at all. You're already in Athens at the end of your trip. You're going to go and you're going to shop mostly in Athens. So instead of dragging all your things that you buy in Athens around, your olive oil, your spices, buy them at the end of your trip in Athens. All right. Those are my tips for today's video. There will be a part 2 to this video. And next time when we do that, we are diving into island hopping, where to stay, and all those burning questions about Greek culture and quirks. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and tell me in the comments what's your top question about Greece. Thank you so much for watching Beyond the Empty Nest. My name is Kathy Brooks, and I am a Greek American exploring as much of Greece as absolutely possible. Please stay safe and stay well. Ferries, which means thank you. Bye-bye.